Statistics, statistics, statistics. Not exactly an exciting topic, yet one that is absolutely vital to certain areas of human endeavor. Baseball employs statistics quite regularly, and this is what I'm going to talk about here. Most people know a few statistics like batting average, at-bats, hits, RBIs, or stolen bases. But there are quite a few more, which I have a handout here of quite a comprehensive list. Starts on the second page. Baseball is played on a diamond-shaped field. I also have a diagram here of the diamond-shaped field that is used for baseball. I'll hand that out too. I have a diagram here. Here's a basic baseball diamond. And here's some of the positions. Here's the center field. This is the right field. This is the left field. Here is what's called the third base. Here is the second base, third base, second base, and here is the first base, and here is what's called the pitcher's mound. This is where the pitcher pitches from, and here is the home plate. This is where the catcher is. So as you can see, there's nine positions on the defense. This is the defensive part of the defensive team. So I'll show you a typical scenario of what would happen on a pitcher. We start out with a half inning where the visiting team is hitting. So the visiting team hitter would be either here or here, depending on if he's right-handed or left-handed. And the pitcher will throw the ball, and for example, it could be hit to oh, I forgot to show you, there's a shortstop here. It could be hit here, and the second baseman could grab it and throw it to first, and that would be what's called an out. So that would be one out, and there's actually 3 outs in order to retire the side. So on the next batter, the pitcher could throw a ball, and it would be a called strike by what's called the umpire. And he would be situated behind the pitcher. And if the pitcher threw 2 more strikes, then that batter would be out. So that would be 2 outs. Now let's say the next hitter, he could get a hit. Like, for example, if he hit it past the first baseman and the center fielder got it, and he might go only to first base. Or if he hit it into like a hard place to get at in the field, and the person could get to second base or third base. If the player hit it out of the park, he would get what's called a home run. So those are some of the scenarios that you can see happen during a half inning of baseball. So there's 9 positions on the field, and there's the batting order, which goes through usually about 10 players, and then when it reaches the bottom of the order, it goes back to the top of the order. And there's 3 outs per inning, as I mentioned. And the out can be determined by the 3 strikes, which I mentioned. And these 3 strikes could be, for example, if the pitcher threw it, you swung, you missed, and that would be a strike. And if you threw it the next time and you swung and you fouled it off out of the territory of the diamond, which is called a foul territory, that'd be another strike. And then, for example, if you were standing there and the pitcher threw a strike over the plate and you didn't swing at it, it was a called strike, then you'd be out. So you have to go back to what's called your dugout. So another way to go out is to ground out, which I mentioned there too, is you hit it to, for example, the first baseman, the second baseman, the third baseman, and the shortstop, and they throw it to first before you get there, then that's called grounding out. Also, if you hit it in the air into what right field, center field, or left field, and one of the outfielders, which is what they call the right field, center field, and left field, the outfielders, if they catch the ball, that's an out. The strike zone is there's a home plate which is shaped, actually it's shaped like a pentagon. And so you stand, like if I was a right-handed batter, I'd stand and the plate would be a pentagon shaped like this. And the strike zone would be from my knees to about up to my shoulders, so about 2 or 3 feet. Also, a big part of the game is walks. You can get walks if the pitcher doesn't throw in the strike zone, then it's called a ball. And so if you accumulate 4 balls, then you get to advance. It's called a base on balls is the proper term. Some people just call it a walk, but the technical term is base on balls. So you get to advance to first base. I'd also like to show you a typical simple box score. It'll show the half innings and so let's say the Toronto Blue Jays were playing the Atlanta Braves. So we scored, Toronto scored 1 run, 0, 0, 1, 2, 0. Atlanta scored then these are the scores for your half inning. So Toronto would have scored throughout the course of the whole game. They would have scored 5 runs, and Atlanta would have scored 4. So Toronto would have won 5-4. So that's a simple box score. So there are many professional teams, and in Toronto we were even lucky to have one which is called, as a lot of you know, it's called the Blue Jays. So the next time you see statistics and you think they're dull, you realize that they can actually serve a purpose. Thank you.